Hi, mic check.
Solar flare.
Is that how you're gonna start?
Sorry.
So, bro, the thing is, right?
You're going.
I'm gonna be hella awkward, so I'm gonna lean into that. Okay, this is our first podcast, and I just wanted to start it at the end of the day, right? And so, my brother here didn't even want to be on camera, and now he's here, and he's supposed to be
Can
my
I
co-host.
interject, please?
Well, okay, go ahead.
You never address him as your brother.
Yeah,
This is the first time you've addressed him as your brother.
it's true.
What do I want to address him?
So I
with?
feel like you're being a bit formal right now.
Yeah,
I'm awkward. I
Be
really
yourself.
said this.
Okay,
Be
be
yourself, man.
awkward, but don't be formal.
yeah.
But that's what
I'll
happens
speak the
when
way
I'm
you
out.
normally
Why?
speak.
That's
I
what
like
happens
that.
when-
This
why?
doesn't exist, bro.
There's a camera.
No,
There isn't.
forget
He's
that.
staring at me.
It isn't.
That's
You see
a
it?
good-
You know,
why
that's like, yeah.
You blind the camera. Solar flare.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
what's
the edit is
happening.
gonna show solar flare now,
Please, man.
and you're gonna be bold.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
But your times, you can't edit me badly.
His name's not even Tams.
I am.
By the way, he's talking about S&G. The guy at the back. He's supposed to be that guy, but he isn't.
but if no one gets it, you don't have to explain it.
No, they can get it.
No one needs to know.
I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this. If I'm honest with you,
Anyway, let's get to some topics.
there's no topics.
You told me this bullet
Why do
points,
you have an
man.
iPad?
Not a single topic.
Bullet points, man.
Yeah, it was just to get you guys like comfortable that I'm going to lead. Now look at you, guys are all scared.
I'm not scared.
No one not.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, my main topic was just, I really just wanted to make it out to be that, like, look, at the end of the day, I've always wanted to do this, right? No, actually, what we can do, we can just start off with some introductions. Okay. Why not?
He can't talk about his career.
Conceptually, I don't.
He can't
agree
talk about
with
his job
introductions.
title.
What do you mean introduction? What I'm
Conceptually, though, as a concept.
You know,
What is-
like, you know,
okay,
like
but
Google
what-
meeting you're about to have, right?
Yeah.
How does that start? Do you not intro?
She introduces herself.
And
yeah.
then what do you do?
I don't introduce myself.
But how does she know you're speaking to the right person?
She doesn't.
So you guys are just wasting your time.
It's not weird, but she knows I've got a problem,
Yeah.
and she addresses the problem. But she doesn't know. She doesn't need to know who I am.
They do need to know who you are, because at the end of the day, you started that meeting, no?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, let's say they already know you, but they don't know everything about you. This is supposed to
But
be.
she doesn't need to know everything about me, though.
Look, at the end of the day, this is supposed to be something that I'm starting out so people can get to know us as people.
Okay, I got you.
Because once we can make a personal brand,
Okay,
we can make money.
okay.
Do you want to make
But
money?
look, but think about it.
I don't
yeah.
want money, actually.
How many years of your life have you spent introducing yourself?
Not
Same
enough.
goes for the audience.
Not enough,
Which
I promise
means that they're tired of introductions as well.
I agree.
So why are you doing the same thing as
No, no.
everyone else?
Okay, look,
Just convince me.
a little get to know me.
No,
Intros are not needed.
no intros.
He's friend, I'm brother. Simple.
Okay.
And Tam.
I am
Best friend of
Water
13
boy.
years.
no wait.
Twin brother.
You've never addressed me as a best friend. Like
it-
categorically, I am.
Yeah.
But it's like an unwritten thing.
Okay, so you don't want to be addressed as a
Nah,
best
I don't.
friend.
I don't like these like
Again.
formalities again, man.
Formalities, titles.
this whole thing's a formality.
introductions.
What's so formal about this?
This lighting, camera, action, mics.
She didn't say action.
She said, but she said go. She said go.
Shit, man.
Anyhow, point is,
Don't do introduction, man.
we're not gonna do introductions.
Okay, you can
But,
you can introduce yourself.
okay.
Yeah.
I am Mohammed.
You've never called yourself mom.
The thing is, it's not really. It's about just. For me, I just want to talk. Right now, I just want to
He's
do
got
some
bullet points. He's got bullet
little bit
points.
of
He doesn't want to
introduction.
show us his bullet points.
Issue was okay. I'm gonna be real with you
Show us
guys.
your bullet
I had
points.
bullet points. It was on Discord.
Can you?
And now I went on the iPad. Discord isn't downloaded.
You
So
have a
now we
phone?
have to do a whole login.
You have
thing.
a phone?
I do have a phone. I could have just done that.
Panicking.
But
Panicking.
I'm panicking. We lose my job. Okay, let me see. But the main thing
Edit's
for
gonna
me
go hard,
is just look. I'm trying to do a thing where, like, you know, when people are just going outside and just chilling and just listening to people talk. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to be a podcast where you can listen to while you're walking. So that's why you're doing steps.
I talk, you walk.
That's not the name. TBD name, by the way.
It actually has to be the name.
No.
Yeah. And
I
by the
talk,
way,
you walk.
That's going to be the edit every single time we intro this podcast. Boom.
I would
No.
say still introduce. Even just like 10 seconds.
I agree.
You
doesn't
say
have-
you hate formality.
He doesn't have to introduce himself.
But I listen well to authority.
Okay.
You can say like, hey everyone, welcome back, because I don't know how many episodes this is the first one.
This is our first one.
Hey everyone, welcome. This is our first episode
Yeah.
today. Do you have a name yet?
Not yet.
I walk you
Why
talk.
you walkie talk?
Wait.
No.
I talk you walk.
I took you walk. It's crazy.
Just say, welcome to our first episode.
Yeah.
I'm Mohammed. You go around, cool. Let's just jump straight into it, so it doesn't feel like you're too much pressure. I mean, just jump straight into it. It's your first episode. By the
Yeah,
time you watch it
exactly.
back, you'll know what you want.
Yeah. Okay. How about you supposed to go?
Intro.
Is this what they call a take two in the industry?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
Take.
The BTS is gonna go hard.
Solar flare. Sorry.
Okay. Take 3. That's all I flared. No, because the thing is, okay, my name is Mohammed. This is our first podcast that we're trying to make. Well, I kind of forced him to come in, and he was supposed to be in the background, but now he isn't.
I was manipulated.
You weren't manipulated. I just told him be ready by a certain time.
I have a
But
question.
anyway,
I have a
this is
question.
Fair. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, that's
Decent.
gonna get cut out. This is our
can
first.
tell him the story
This is
after
the
this.
first ever podcast, and I'm trying to just do something. At the end of the day, I've always wanted to do a pod because of the fact that I always listen to pods. But I just want to take that leap of faith, book the studio, and now we're here.
I was gonna say that. Are you taking a leap of faith?
Yeah,
But
we're
now,
Spider-Man.
but now they don't know our synergy and our chemistry.
Anyway, we don't have a name
man.
because
You
we don't have a
ruined it.
name. He's trying to make a name.
I talk you walk.
That's not the name.
Please let me know in the comments how good that
It's
is.
TBD.
I'll put a poll.
TBD.
Can you do that on YouTube?
Yeah, you can. On the YouTube video, you
Oh, when
can.
we, yeah, actually you can. I think. when we
Anyway,
premiere it, right?
This is Sammy. I am Mohammed, also known as Momo, but don't call me
Grown
that.
man.
I knew you were gonna do that. And then
that was gonna be my follow-up question. Why do you call yourself Momo rather than Mohammed?
I don't call.
And now you're calling yourself Mohammed.
No,
Are you trying to
Why
be
don't you call
authentic?
yourself Big Mo?
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
there's
an
too
industry
many.
classic.
There's too many industry. Look, the thing is, I feel like at the end of the day, that name is too drawn out, and I'm not really about to.
Childish. Drawn out.
You literally
Cringe.
called me that. You've called me that for the
I
last how
call
many
you
years?
Shimara. Or Shimmy.
Why don't you call yourself Shimatea?
Okay. For
Shout
context,
out Momo Shimateya if you want to watch the best ricocheting content Minecraft out there.
okay.
Momo
For
Shimateya.
context, I made a YouTube channel called Momo Shimata almost 11 years ago, playing Minecraft videos, and now
Link in description.
No, it's no. There's no link.
I'm putting it in the description.
Please,
He is Tams.
I don't want to hear it.
Tams.
I don't know who Tams. His name's not Tams.
I'm
His
Tams.
name is Tams. What's his name then?
Tams.
I forgot his name.
Can I introduce myself now?
Yeah, you might.
Yeah. So my name is Tams, also known as Tams.
yeah.
Last name.
Last name Tams. And yeah, I'm just here to vibe out really.
Yeah.
What was it? I talk, you walk. Right. Right.
I talk,
the-
you walk.
There we go. And that's the name of our podcast. It's ours now because I'm here. But yeah, go on, Sammy. Intro yourself. I know you're very against it, but
I'm very against introducing myself.
yeah.
But you said you listened to Authority.
Well,
I do
how
have
about
authority.
he intros you?
Please.
There we
okay,
go.
this is Sammy, also known as
Solar flare.
Solar Flare.
He doesn't have any other also known as.
I've no other aliases.
Yeah.
Just Sammy. That's it.
Okay. We have been friends for
I thought we were
about.
best friends.
That was for take one. You can't.
That was
that's
take
in
one.
BTS, bro. People
Yeah,
won't know
okay.
this. Yeah.
We have been best friends
Since
year 8. Now,
secondary school. No?
now he's a fossil and he's pushing 30.
Allah. Don't say that, man. You're pushing 30 years old.
Okay,
man.
but I'm not you.
It's only a year.
You're a
apart.
year older. You're a pensioner. Because after I get to your age, I'm not gonna say your age just for like
Yeah, first.
don't want to let people
Nah,
know
valid.
about your age, innit?
Yeah, facts.
Because it's kind of embarrassing personally. So I
we
want
all
them
age
to
the same. We all bleed the same. Sleep on that one.
sleep on it.
A broken clock. Wait,
Yeah,
a broken clock
It's
is
only
right
right.
twice a day.
Yeah.
Sleep on that one. Sorry.
Are
Continue.
you the broken clock?
I'm not a broken clock.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, it was supposed to, from the beginning, be me and him talking, and that would have been the whole thing where it's just me and him. He's my co-host because he doesn't want to be the host.
I was meant to be a guest star though.
No, he wanted to be a guest star. I made it that he isn't a guest star,
Featuring.
and then featuring Ahmed, but he was supposed to be in. Well, not really in the background,
That's
but
supposed to be Tam in the
You
background.
still are Tams though. You
But-
can be Tams.
But Tams is never in front of the
Tams
camera.
is more of a mindset.
You're right.
Mentality.
That's true.
but anyways, apart from that, this is our first episode. What you guys would probably expect is probably just going to be chill convos.
I
us
bet it
just
doesn't
chatting
seem
away.
like a first episode.
Yeah,
Sorry.
because of all the set.
No,
Yeah.
just the fluency,
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
the
But
coherency.
One more.
And
I'm a big fan of a third part list, but I can't think of one.
okay, so it's going to be a lot of chill convos, a lot of just chatting about, just passing around the mic. I would have maybe
we all
liked
have our own
more
mics.
people on the pod as well because I'm more
Big O.
big. Huh?
Shout out Big O.
Who's Big O?
You know Big O, man.
You know
Oh,
Big O.
Big O, yeah,
Big
yeah,
O,
okay,
man.
okay. He's gonna be on this later on in life.
Hey, yo, you guys get excited about Big O?
yeah, that man's good.
Big
That
O
man's
is
good.
meant to be the co-host.
No, he's not. Anyway, he was so against it. That's why I didn't even give him I just gave him a time and said be there.
I just feel like I perform better as a guest.
Oh, okay.
How about
You all know
how
our
about if he
roles in
doesn't
life.
how about if he doesn't call you a guest? Sorry, he doesn't call you a co-host.
Yeah,
But he calls you a guest,
I'd love that. Can you call me guest star?
and he's
You're not a guest star. Because look, the issue with this
but
man,
can't
right?
a guest star? You can be a guest star
I can
on
be a
every
guest
episode
star in
No,
every
no,
episode.
no, no. The issue
Why
with this
can't
man,
I be a guest every
no,
episode?
you cannot be a guest in
because he can just
How?
be featuring in every episode.
Yeah.
So okay, you're
Can you always put me feet?
Calm.
Yeah.
No, I will.
FT.
I will.
Thank you.
I will. And whoever else
your
comes is
co-host?
actually not the guest.
You got
No, no, no.
promoted. You were meant to be the guy in the back.
I'm
You got
Tams, bro.
promoted.
You know, listen. I introduced myself as Tams. I can't say it. We can't
Okay.
track that.
Okay.
Come on, man,
He's
bro.
big A for context.
I'm Big Tams.
He's not that big.
No. He's big A, man. Big A and big O.
We'll get to that after.
Big
innit?
Mo.
We'll get back.
Okay.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that. All right. Do you have any topics?
Not necessarily, but
You wrote a bunch of stuff on Discord.
I did. But like, I don't really want to keep going. I don't want to go through it. You know, look, fitness is such a big thing about for you.
No, not necessarily.
It is. He
No, it's
works out every single day since the age of.
You know
5.
when you force him to talk about topics, he hates it. And
I
this,
hate-
you're his best
I hate
friend. by the way.
nothing. Naruto taught me that.
segue anime. He likes anime.
I don't. I hate anime.
Top 5 anime. We'll go right now.
One Piece.
Yeah.
One Piece.
Uh huh.
One Piece.
Uh huh.
One Piece.
Uh huh. That's all your 5. Yeah.
That was 4.
I think that was 4, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I
Fifth
can't
one
count.
is major.
So, what is it about One Piece that you love so much?
Where do I begin? It's like
Okay, wait,
you know,
wait,
when you
wait,
have
wait.
something that alters your brain chemistry. Yeah,
You have 5
that's
minutes.
One Piece.
Uh-huh.
If you have something that can like like awaken your consciousness,
Yeah.
because most people don't awaken their consciousness.
Yeah.
If you watch One Piece, it'll awaken your consciousness and it'll alter your brain chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can understand the story, you'll reach a level of intellect that you can't find in any other fiction. Amen.
Okay.
He likes Naruto.
I don't like Naruto.
He-
Look,
he loves
was
Naruto.
Our first anime that we watched.
I
loves
don't
Naruto.
live with him. My name is Tam.
Forgot he used to
Big
breathe.
A.
Big
He used
big
to
A
breathe
Tam.
down my neck while we were watching anime, and that was the most jarring thing ever. At the point where we used to have a computer with the big back,
I mean, where else was I supposed to be?
not down my neck, bro.
What, you want me to be behind the laptop or something?
Yes. At one point, I had to like give.
We
him-
have to be next to each other.
No.
But-
You were breathing down
but
my neck as
maybe
well.
you could have sat a bit more pretty though, a bit more cute.
I was. He just complains a lot.
That is true.
He's had a hard childhood, to be fair.
We had the same
I
childhood.
hate that.
He had a hard one. He got bullied a lot. Poor guy. Cried at night. Told me about how no one liked him.
You know how crazy it is if one of us got bullied and the other one didn't,
Yeah.
and you just watched it happen. What does that make you?
But what if he was like so clued on as a child and he was like, nah, this would be great for his character development.
It was just entertaining, to be honest.
No, hell no. He had like no free will as a child.
But he was very mature as a child though.
Thank you. Big time.
He was way
He
more
was
mature
not
than
mature.
You.
He was
way more than you though. Okay, maybe it's the way he just
Bro,
carried himself.
I'm gonna be
then.
honest with you. The way you used
Also,
to
define
walk around.
maturity as a child. You can't exactly. say that.
The thing is,
He
right?
carried himself with posture, bro.
He
I've never
did
seen a
not.
child with great posture like that. I couldn't understand it.
Why were you watching his posture in the first place?
Because it always struck me as like, why is this one guy in particular posture so good?
Nah,
I think it was because of also his leanness as a child.
I don't know.
He's calling
who
you fat.
No, I promise you, I don't know who you met.
No, you were fat, bro.
Him, bro.
wasn't him, though.
That was him.
But he used to follow whoever he wanted to follow.
Yeah, but he still carried himself in a way I was
Bro,
like, wow.
The thing is, he actually knew topics like football. Like I was actually into football. He was actually into
Not really.
football.
Football?
You were. You played FIFA.
What? 2020.
Enough.
You opened that Pac-Man, the inform
Yeah,
pack.
bro.
The 2013 FIFA, yeah.
And he sold
that's
it.
No, I did
It
not
wasn't
sell
him.
it.
It was them.
A bunch of
Robert-
people in our
Oh,
class,
no
a bunch
way.
of people in our class sold his inform, and you know.
So we were in IT, and they knew my account details, and I had it up on my computer. I walked out because I had to go speak to the teacher or something. They go onto my FIFA desktop, wipe my whole anything that I had that was remotely pricey, they sold it for like 2p. Lol.
How did you like
React.
get over it?
Didn't
Or were
really
you
care,
kind of
to be
that
honest.
clued on where you're like, you know what?
No.
Life
He
is
got
what it
so
is.
annoyed.
No.
Fairs.
No. It was like, it is what it is.
Okay.
See, brother,
yeah.
he was so
yeah,
clued on as a child.
Yeah, he's a dirty liar. First and
It's-
foremost.
Hey, yo. You know I'm Tam. You know how I am.
come on, man. He was
Come
so
on,
mature.
please.
It was not even a bit of maturity.
Above, like,
Okay, wait. What
Like, you
defines
know-
maturity in you? No, let's define it first
okay,
before
let's
you start
define
spouting
your
words.
terms. That's a good debate
Yeah,
tactic.
yeah. Okay. My terms is that he actually was. No, wait. Maturity can also be an emotional maturity, and
Okay.
also just
Well, you're a child, so I feel like emotional maturity shouldn't even exist. If it exists, you're a sociopath as a child.
yeah. Okay, so that means you're wrong. He wasn't mature then.
He was mature, exactly.
He had no. Wait, what made him mature?
What made him mature is the way he carried himself.
Well, how did he carry himself?
You need to understand. This
carrying.
is this is an
what
oral
carry?
question.
It's like, okay,
That's the
for
issue with
example,
you. You
yeah,
can't explain
know how,
yourself.
You know how in like African countries, yeah,
Yeah.
you see like a child carrying a water on the head,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's like out there fending
Yeah.
for his family, getting the water, getting
Yeah.
the food, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a mature child. He's
It is,
he's
100%.
he's been forced to be conditioned to
Yeah.
a level where he has to grow up very fast.
Yeah.
And that's the same vibe that I got from him.
And how about me? What did you?
You heard what he said.
You're a bit goofy as a child.
How?
He couldn't take you seriously.
I was I goofy as a child?
You were not goofy,
I was never like.
When did he when did he start making Minecraft videos?
brother.
When did he start making
Okay, we
Minecraft
got a
videos?
group chat here called the Power of Imagination, yeah, and the DP is a blue sword of yours.
Yes, yeah.
You
You made that.
I agree. I made it. I started it, but why is he following along? That means he's got the goofy trait. Like if you saw that, you'd
Wait,
be
wait.
like,
Oh,
"What's
so
wrong?"
you're calling him immature. So that means you were immature at that age as well.
Look, I wasn't immature at that age.
Yo,
I was
yo.
just
You were
eccentric.
hella. You were way more immature. Look, the way we
I was
met.
In
eccentric,
addition to that,
bro.
you're a year older than him.
yeah.
I agree, but I was eccentric.
Okay.
No, wait. Let's
He wasn't
start.
eccentric. He was goofy.
You were goofy as well.
I was eccentric.
No,
bro.
you were definitely
There's a
goofy.
define your terms right now.
That's the issue with you as well. Yeah, and you're calling this man mature.
These
Very-
debate tactics,
Wait,
man.
are you saying he was okay? Let's put it in perspective.
Above average.
Okay, how about now? Is he more mature than both of us? I feel like he. Okay. If that's the case,
Yeah.
he peaked too early.
100%.
No, he's right.
He's
I
actually
mean,
But then,
done.
this
but I'd
isn't a
also
debate.
say
We've all
he
agreed.
peaked early, but he maintained it.
Hell no.
What's
Are you
wrong? Wait. What is your issue right now?
Yeah, what is,
What is your issue?
I
right
feel like the issue is that you're
What do you-
complimenting him, but not me. You know how I get
Yeah,
jealous.
but the segment right now is about him, though.
I don't like it.
We'll get to
I'm
the your
big
segment
tabs,
later,
bro.
bro.
What's my segment?
I don't know. I don't know
You're
your
like,
topics.
yeah. Talk about your past and
Damn,
how,
your
like,
eyes are looking fine in them jeans, though.
Yeah.
I've never
Don't
seen
tou-
him wear jeans ever, man.
Don't.
Yeah, but
don't touch me.
You got to rise to the occasion.
Okay.
Solar flare.
So we start off with how we met.
Oh man.
I begged it to him for context. He was on Skype, and well, I didn't even find it. How did we talk? No. We were in class together, right? And pretty much, we were
his legs. Sorry, go okay.
anyway, we were in class together, and we had something called maktab, which was like a Quranic. What did I even say?
Good word.
I don't know, but it was
Good word.
Big time. It was a study space. We all went to an Islamic school, right? So we had Islamic studies there. Let's say Islamic studies every morning, and he was in like a better class at one point, but they downgraded him because he left without telling them. So he came into our class. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna just put him in the year below because we don't like the way he just left and said nothing and went on holiday." So, are you,
No, I'm just
are you
reminiscing right now.
reminiscing
Yeah.
about what happened? How they
It's
did
fine.
you dirty?
Yeah.
You wanna?
No. Only thing because there's other people in my class that did the same thing as me, but then they got put in the right class.
Yeah, but they didn't
Like,
like.
they're
you.
just being spiteful, though. I'm
I
okay
saw
with
you
that.
also
I
had to pay
understand.
as well.
No, that's a whole separate thing.
So they didn't make you pay
No,
for leaving. I saw you had to pay
that was
like a
something
fine.
else.
Well, would they made you
That
pay a
was-
fine and dashed you in the
No,
in the younger
that
class?
was it was all in the same year.
Yeah.
But that was late in the year.
Yeah. And what happened?
So, because all it was that in beginning of year 9, I left the Hivs class because I was doing it somewhere else, and then they're like, okay, cool, we'll put you in a Maktab class, which is just like normal.
Yeah, and that was
whatever
us.
it is.
That was in our class.
yours. That was yours. But they're like, we can't put you in your usual one because you're behind in the curriculum. And I said to them, oh, I don't think I'm behind the curriculum because I've been to the Islamic primary school as well. And they're like, nah, you're behind the curriculum. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So they're putting me. I'm like, it's not that bad because it's only 2 hours in the day, anyways.
That's bro. You know, if you really think about it, that was 2 hours every single morning.
Yeah. But I'm like, it's not in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm still gonna be with my class for the remainder 6 hours. So, like, it's whatever.
I mean, there was also some people that were in your class that came to our class as well.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, that's what I was like. But that was later on though, because I was the first to do it, and after that, I think it was 2 other people in
Yeah.
that class did the same thing.
Yeah.
They got put into your class.
Yeah.
But then there was also 1-2 others in that same class that got put to the older class anyways. I think their parents just sweet talked her. I don't even know, to be honest.
No,
But me leaving, that was afterwards.
But it was just spiteful, innit?
Yeah. But that was afterwards though. That was because it's like around December, January time, then I went to Bangladesh. That's when they kicked me out.
really?
That was
It was
afterwards.
halfway through the year.
Yeah,
You
that's
came
when
into our
they-
class.
No, I came to your class in September.
Oh, okay,
And
okay,
then
okay,
halfway
okay.
into
But
the
that was
year, I
wait,
left,
you
like,
just
2-3
left for 3 weeks and said and thought, yeah, that's gonna be good.
But I told them though, man. But
So what? No school will let you just leave for 3
to
weeks.
be
No,
fair,
but
it's
he
'cause in primary we kind of did that.
Yeah, but he told them though.
I told them.
Like,
To be
I-
fair,
did they
I
say
know
yes?
Imagine he didn't tell
No,
them.
I was ill on the day, and I gave them a letter,
So you
and then I left the next morning,
Handwritten.
handwritten letter.
That's perfect.
said,
I
by
was-
the way, I'm leaving.
But I
Deal
was
with
ill,
it.
so I couldn't communicate. But then again, I wasn't really asking them for their permission.
Permission.
I was
You were telling them, yeah. You were
"Yo,
letting
this
them
is
know.
happening."
You were letting them know, hey
Yeah.
yo,
But I can't
I'm
remember if we
leaving.
holiday or not.
Safe.
Yeah.
Let me like I'll text you when I'm back. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what you said. No, you
Yeah.
see me
So
when
it
you
is,
see me.
man.
I'm pretty sure some of it was holiday, but it was gonna seep into the school term as well.
Yeah.
But then, to be fair, on the way back there was like volcanic eruptions, so you couldn't even fly, anyways.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we used to use
how
that as an
often
excuse.
did you go
You said
Bangladesh?
volcanic eruptions.
Yeah, bro, there was like lava clouds. What do you call the smoke
Volcanoes,
clouds,
yeah.
and you couldn't fly through them, man.
When was this?
This was in
Was
year
it
9.
Bangladesh?
No, just like
Have you gone back since? Makes sense.
Yeah, I have, but it's like you just couldn't fly because otherwise you would get in the way, like you'd go through them
Yeah,
clouds.
You wouldn't be able to. Maybe the propellers will
So-
get some ashes. Or
So we're like, oh shit, we can't go back.
Something like that.
It didn't really affect us, but we used it as an excuse, which is a very valid excuse,
Yeah.
anyways. And they still denied our excuse.
I mean, speaking of airplanes, did you guys see the airplane that crashed?
I don't get how that guy survived.
Okay,
Apparently,
Didn't
he was seat 11A,
Yeah.
and he just jumped as it was
Yeah,
exploding.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't
he
know
just
why
jumped
the seat
out.
is
He just
relevant.
jumped out, by
And
the
guess
way.
what?
It is.
Next
Guess
to his
what?
brother.
What?
Guess
next
what?
to
As
his
well,
brother.
yeah? He actually switched the seats as well. He was meant to sit 11A. He switched with someone in 13.
Yeah.
Went to 11A.
God's plan.
Jumped off the plane and survived.
That's crazy.
Only scratches on his face.
No,
That's
guys.
crazy.
And
Wait,
okay,
so he jumped out as the
I
airplane was
don't
moving?
know. I need to watch the video, but it's like he jumped out.
Yeah.
was
I
there a
don't know,
video of
man.
him jumping?
No, there is no
No,
video of him
no.
They
jumping. There's a
couldn't have
video
been.
of the plane exploding.
No,
but
guys,
And-
there was an actual video of. Okay, basically, that was actually a connecting flight from another flight. So there was a flight just before it, and what's his name? That guy, his name's News Daddy. What's
Oh
his
yeah,
actual
yeah,
name?
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan.
You're a grown man calling
Calling
him
him
news.
News. I mean, that's his name.
That is his name. To be fair.
I can't.
So what did you call him
Address him
by?
as such,
No.
bro.
What was the other name you gave him?
Dylan what? Dylan Page.
So that's his actual name.
I'm
But-
pretty sure his page is called Dylan Page now. No?
I know, but his name is News Daddy though.
That's the OG name.
He's-
yeah.
Wait, that was his first name.
News.
Yeah.
And yeah, his
That's
first name is
actually
News.
News
Second name Daddy. That's on his passport.
No,
I can't
no.
do anything about that. Sorry.
I'm saying on TikTok it was
Yeah.
News Daddy.
No. They were
But
calling him
that's
that.
Dylan Page or something like
That's
that.
what I'm
They were
saying.
calling that.
You don't have to call him.
Wait. And I digress. Wait. We digress.
right, though.
Okay, let me put it into perspective.
You're a grown man.
I'm a grown man, and I'll call him
with
whatever
big
he wants me
size.
to call him.
And you're
Solar Flare. Sorry, carry on.
No, just blind him one more time. No, do it.
But there's like what's it called? A refresh rate.
Oh, you're right.
sorry.
Refresh rate.
Bro, you play League,
cooldown,
bro.
you mean?
Bro, he got mana, bro.
Yeah.
He got mana.
Sorry, it's called. It's a
Call it a
cooldown,
refresh
cooldown.
rate.
Sorry,
That's,
I don't-
I get it though.
I don't play games.
That's the issue. You don't get. That's why we're best friends. That's what you don't get it.
Yeah.
When you get a cooldown in Valorant, you do. Come on.
Just get
Yeah,
with the
you called
program,
it a
man.
refresh rate. You didn't call it a cooldown.
That's
That
like
was the whole point.
That's like the medical term. Like, you know how there's jargons?
Yeah.
It's a jargon.
So we all digress. Go on.
Aaron, do you?
Let's digress. But basically, there was a connecting flight beforehand, right? And that flight apparently the seat. Oh, there was no aircon on that flight.
Is it?
Yeah. So he actually there was a guy that actually videoed everything.
Indians, man.
There was no aircon. The actual TV thing that you get wasn't working whatsoever. What else was there?
But to be fair, if the TV isn't working, I wouldn't think.
No,
oh,
no,
this is a red flag.
no. Genuinely, nothing
but-
was
But
working.
I know
I
that
know,
every,
no
I know the
aircon.
I know
pilot's
aircon was right.
because
No-
I think
no
that
aircon is
plane,
crazy.
like it didn't even make it a minute into the
Exactly,
air.
yeah, exactly,
And
yeah.
they did send a Mayday, like
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, Mayday,
No,
Mayday."
but let me tell you what actually, bro. Like when that plane like just did its thing, right, and it was a connecting flight.
Yeah.
It only took a minute for them to just
Yeah.
get back up again. By the way, so it was a minute between that flight and that flight, and the guy was like, "Bro, I could have been in the other flight," and he had the video and
Oh,
everything.
got you, yeah.
And then that flight just went,
Crazy.
and that's crazy. And like, so,
Do you have any conspiracy theories about it?
thing is, I don't really like conspiracies like that. I'm not a big fan of conspiracies. I don't actually watch them, but there's a lot of people I know that actually stay up and watch conspiracy theories.
How
I feel
many-
like you're the type to do that.
I'm a big conspiracy.
Who are those people?
Just people, man.
Who are those
I
people?
don't talk about people. And
Are you lying?
For me, it's about the corruption in the world.
what corruption? Though? But you know.
Oh
this
no,
stuff.
actually, that's a good one.
Corruption in the world.
That, and secondly, you believe there's a certain propaganda in the world.
It is propaganda, though.
What?
To
So it
some
comes out your mouth, not mine.
I believe in corruption in the world.
No.
There is a
no.
underlying dark world,
Yeah.
underworld,
Okay.
and that underworld is pulling the strings of
Yeah.
society.
Yeah.
Will you ever go undercover to uncover
The thing
the
is,
dark
yeah,
world?
I wouldn't mind,
Yeah.
but it's like, how do you get there? Like, who do I need to?
So if I
Also-
gave you a map,
The thing is, yeah,
I gave you a cell.
conceptually, I don't believe in introductions as well. So I can't even introduce myself to the guy that'll get me in. So it won't work.
That's a lie, by the way.
Where
What,
did we
which-
even go?
You've
Where
int- you've
where have
introduced
you
yourself.
What
gone,
about the
bro?
corruption of the world now?
No, but I was talking about your
No, what
propaganda that you
yeah,
believe in.
there's a
Can we
certain
please
topic
bring that
that
up?
you've been.
Because I think people need to know.
Look, but I'm more,
Because no,
I'm
'cause
more
you're-
passionate about the corruption of
There
the
might
world.
be more people that believe in what you're believing.
I don't know
Bro,
what
just
this guy's
say,
saying.
bro, you
Please,
say your piece, man.
Look,
All right, I'll say
to
it, it's
some
fine.
degree, to some
No,
degree, to some-
would you like me to say instead?
man.
Because this
To
is
some-
coming up,
to
whether
some
you like it
degree,
or
yeah,
not.
to some degree, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's based on hard factual evidence.
Of
yeah.
course,
To
of course.
some degree.
Because that's
Some-
because most people believe it,
some-
right?
But no, but this
'Cause
is,
it's-
but
that's
this is
what
gonna
makes
get
it
clipped,
factual.
yeah. This is the part where they say, oh, what's the phrase?
Yeah, small Bengali boy. Yeah.
No, man, they could be like,
Wait, who's they? It's me.
nah,
I'm clipping it.
they is
No,
just
no,
like,
No,
I'm putting
it's
it
the wider
out.
world.
I'm putting it out
It's
there.
Tam.
The day,
Tam is
are you day?
no, I'm
big
Tam.
Tam.
You're right. Sorry.
Day is like the wider world, yeah. They're gonna say, oh, we should have a podcast. You know them memes.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh.
So yeah,
But to some degree, yeah,
Yeah.
world hunger.
No, but you're not talking about women, so it's fine.
that's
Okay.
true.
That's they.
Podcast son.
They will.
yeah, exactly, man. Now we're a podcast son. I don't want to be labeled.
Wait,
as
what does a
son.
podcast on mean?
It's
I
like
can't
everyone,
like fresh and fit. Basically, fresh and fit as a podcast. That's the
I
podcast.
think we're
we're
live
talking about.
today. Got notification for that.
Why
Don't know
you subscribe to them?
I don't know who they are.
Fresh and fit.
I just got notification for it.
Oh, I was what?
It's,
Yeah, I was.
It's that guy.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
That 4-year-old man that always talks about like how women are beneath him and this and that, but isn't married or anything. And
Oh wait.
Hey, but
there's
low key-
bears
No,
like
I'm
that, I
joking.
can't lie. Who
I know they just talk like they talk
Yes.
down
Listen.
to women and then are just don't have women. They just
Nah,
have
it's not
people.
him. There's so many of them though, to be honest.
I know,
Yeah.
but I
There's,
feel
there's
like
that Hamza,
yeah.
Sneeko.
No, Hamza doesn't upload anymore.
Is there?
He doesn't upload anymore. Yeah, he went to Thailand, yeah, and did a whole boxing camp for himself, and then he created a YouTube channel just vlogging it. And if you found it, you found it. It wasn't
Facts.
advertising at all.
We
And I
love
found
He's
it
fitness.
getting
somehow.
good views though.
Decent
Fitness-
views.
fitness changes
decent
lives.
views. And he actually won his first fight.
No way.
Yeah, and he bulked up. He was big.
Who is Hamza again?
Hamza, bro, the guy that talks about how you guys are stop being incels,
Yeah.
start
One
doing
of them guys.
Yeah.
He's
Start,
like Sneeko.
start
to
going
some
out,
degree.
start having
Nah,
experiences.
It's calm down, I guess.
But what, is he Bengali? Is he Pakistani? What is Hamza?
The Hamza, yeah, I have.
Yeah. I don't know that, but he's Asian. He's like my Asian.
He's not Muslim though.
Is he not Muslim?
He's not Muslim though.
Fair,
He don't
I
believe
know
nothing.
So
Yeah.
what? You just assumed he was a Muslim just because?
Come on, man. Hamza,
I mean,
man.
most of the population
sure at
in
one point he was
Bangladesh is
Muslim.
Muslim. Yeah,
Or is he Bengali?
you said it. I didn't say it. I don't know.
Yes, I have no idea, but he's my Asian.
Now you're a bit light, to be honest.
Thank you.
Because
Because
he's
I'm
dark. I know who you're talking about
a
now.
bit Malaysian.
He's
Hamza,
British,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, he's
of
British,
course,
yeah.
That's that guy. Yeah, no, I remember him. The thing is, right? I feel like a lot of these people that talk about women and whatever, they're just doing it for the views. I don't think they actually think that.
No, they actually believe it. They genuinely do.
Well,
They genuinely
Also,
do.
they probably do like act up on it though.
Exaggerate,
Just
of course.
exaggerate.
For the
Same with
clips, yeah.
Speed, like I'm sure that's his personality.
Oh,
but
no,
he-
of
he
course,
does
you're-
have,
you're
like,
an
even the
entertainer.
Sidemen, like
Yeah, you're an
like this is our
entertainer.
person, but yeah, exactly. You gotta
You're an
have to,
entertainer, you
like
have
even
to.
streaming, like you have to have some level of like excitement. Like, you
I
can't just be
don't
like,
know how people stream it to me, bro.
A
Like,
good example of that, sorry, we'll get to streaming afterwards, yeah.
No, he
when
just
they
cut me off.
No, he didn't.
no, I'm just saying. 1 second.
When?
You were about to. Yeah, when?
When?
I forgot about everything. You're right.
I'm big time.
Gaslighting.
No, but what was I saying? When Fresh and Fit, yeah, well, actually doing that podcast at the beginning, they weren't as big until Andrew Tate started speaking, started talking, and then more Red Pill content.
Andrew Tate's on
Yeah.
Fresh and Fit.
No, he wasn't. He was actually. Yeah, he was.
I've realized I don't know who Fresh and Fit are.
The two black
It's
dudes,
the
bro.
people. Okay, no, you're gonna know this. This is the set.
No.
It's two
Oh, that would be
two
you.
men. It's two men, and then there's a bunch of women around.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one.
Now you know.
There's a few of those now.
It's like they're in like a booth, right?
Yeah.
Oh, those lot. Yeah.
So they weren't that famous before until all the Red Pill stuff came, and then they
Yeah,
started.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
'Cause
They
always-
started playing
I always
on
see
that,
their clips
and it got
everywhere, yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
It genuinely got
Yeah.
worse, right?
But they bring on
So-
girls on that thing as well, no?
yeah.
I think on a lot
Yeah.
of these.
Most of
Red
the
Pill podcasts,
people
yeah.
on the show are girls, and then
But they
it's all.
brought that. What's her name, man? That Gorlock girl.
Is it the Red Pill girl? Go like who?
Gorlock is like the.
That's the
That
term that
behemoth.
they give her. They
She's
call her.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's been on bare podcasts.
She's been on a lot of podcasts. Yeah.
But you know what it is? What I find sad about her, and maybe a lot of people as well, is they will go along with this just because they know that they will get attention, but they know they're getting cussed out.
I feel like to some degree, because of the industry they live in, they're kind of forced into that role,
It's money, man.
and then they get pulled, steered in that direction of like,
Yeah.
oh, this is who you, like we're gonna just use you. And
But
abuse
it's the
you.
views and the money, bro.
But remember Joe Weller, yeah, when he went to Jake Paul's backyard,
Oh,
got
yeah.
beaten, and then Jake Paul put him in his diss track against him.
And then he was like,
But it's like,
he was
yeah.
making faces and all. Yeah,
because
exactly.
he was already in the house. They were shooting the video, and it's like he got forced into doing that.
Yeah.
To be fair,
But
you
it's
know,
like he believed in that role, man.
I also think it's because he was obviously getting cussed out and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And because he hated JJ so much, right? He wanted to do something
But
to
the diss
him.
track was against
Zipper.
Jake. No, the diss track was against Joe.
I have no idea why he did it. He probably knows that was a mistake now.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he does. Yeah.
I should do this.
But yeah, go on
Zipper
streaming.
was
You were
okay.
saying. Go on. By the way, I did it first.
If I'm honest with you, I don't even know where I went with that.
Please, please. He's blinding
Oh,
the
you're gonna.
audience.
Okay, so cooldown's back.
So laughing.
No, it's called a refresh.
Yeah, my bad.
Why you gonna
No, I'm just being
Don't
honest.
violate him,
Just-
man, bro.
You're
Like,
right. You're
he-
right.
he gets-
Streaming, man, please, man. How do people stream
Yeah.
that long and
Because-
maintain
because-
that bravado?
By the way,
that
we have a
march?
friend that streams. A few friends that have tried streaming as well.
Yeah.
So this is a great topic to start because you're offending a lot of them.
But the thing
Well,
is,
how
yeah,
am I
that's
offending?
why I just do it in 1 hour intervals.
No, 100%.
breaks.
Pomodoro method.
The issue is everyone's trying to get big real quick, right? But I think if you just do it for the love of the game,
Exactly.
it's not as
Love
deep.
the game.
But
I love this game.
If
you
people
just-
like
just-
the game and they
Passion.
play games for 7-8 hours a day,
But you gotta.
You might as well
interact with
stream
chat,
it.
though.
they do interact.
Yeah, but it's like.
No, the issue is when you're in front of a camera, hence all of us as well,
Yeah.
we're not our real selves. Which I think right now we are now a little bit more
To some degree.
to some degree. now.
Everything that I'm doing right now is a what's the word? A persona.
Yeah, it's
This is
just
actually
for
me.
attention. Yeah,
100%.
yeah, you're an attention whore.
Oh, you act out for the camera as well.
Act for the camera.
Yeah.
This is my real personality.
But this is, I promise you, this
No,
is the
it's
same
not.
person.
I don't
How
think they
can
know
you-
your name yet.
How? Oh no.
No,
How can he?
it's an-
How can you vouch for me? I actually met him 5 minutes before the camera started.
Who?
Him.
Who's him?
Exactly.
So lovely.
That's all I flair.
Why is your cooldown so much? I mean, so little. Sorry,
How? My previous cooldown was bare long.
it was 5 seconds.
No.
Very long cooldown.
Thank you.
How about now? You just did it again.
It's because I stacked on the multiplier.
So now he's leveled up, yeah, and his cooldowns are lower.
You make your own rules, yeah.
I don't
Because
make my rules.
did you see the duration of that solo flare? By the way,
Yeah, I did.
it increased.
You did.
Wouldn't the cooldown decrease as well?
Back
Oh,
to
man.
streaming.
Back to
Okay,
streaming,
yeah, I
please.
don't know how people stream because I remember streaming for a little bit. I had this whole thing of me just streaming for a
But
couple
how long
hours.
were you streaming for?
I don't know.
Like-
What are you
It wasn't that long.
Numerical value?
It wasn't that. Oh, like months. As in,
No, as
how
in
many
how many
hours?
hours at a time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 6.
That's
But
kinda
what
low,
is
to
wrong
be
with
fair.
streaming? Listen, like if you're doing something anyway, you're on your computer anyway.
No, but
right?
you have to be like a bit more like.
You're good. No, you are
Entertaining,
going
you
to
say.
try
Yeah,
and be
I
more
agree with that.
entertaining. Because if
I agree
someone
with-
comes into your stream, let's
Yeah.
say someone comes into your stream and now they're watching. Let's say this was
Like
a
if I'm
stream.
hunched over
Yeah.
there and then
Yeah.
someone just pops into your stream like,
Yeah.
ah,
Oh, what are you doing? Who's
Then-
this? They're not going to be
then I'll-
interested.
I'll
So
click off straight away.
you have to be like online.
like ready.
You
as
need to
well.
understand. We've spoken about this before, yeah. To be a
Who's
streamer, yeah.
we?
It
I was a part of that
it was,
conversation,
I
so-
wasn't either.
It was some other guy. It was some other guy.
It was a big old part of that.
No, never.
Big
Okay.
O.
I don't speak to him
Where
much.
did you guys see Big O? Because this guy's big.
And you're gonna be featuring with
Can't
Big
wait.
O. Ask him, be
Sorry.
good. Where's he gonna sit
It's
though?
like-
Is he gonna sit in the middle?
I low-key have ticks, and this is one of them. And this is, you may have noticed this is another tick as well.
That's a new one,
So
yeah.
all our flair. I don't know why. I
Wait,
have
wait.
to
Where's
say-
Big O gonna sit?
Oh, I'm big Dragon Ball Z.
Where's O
I
gonna?
wouldn't say I'm necessarily that big.
Okay,
a Dragon Ball Z
speaking to
fan.
himself.
That's literally breaking the fourth wall.
I know,
right
but
there.
this is like my autism. I don't actually have autism. I'm not clinically.
Are you making
diagnosed.
fun of autistic people, please?
Never, because I am one of you. Not clinically one of you though. Sorry, carry on.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
can't
so I was,
be-
saying, I was just
No, I was
asking.
having inner monologue. Sorry.
I
carry
was-
on.
Time's passed. Anyway, streaming.
Him streaming.
Him streaming.
6 hours a day.
My point is, yeah,
Full-time
if you're
job. Sorry. Carry on.
never mind. I
Oh no,
I don't
no,
like
I,
saying my
I
points.
did not stream
I hate
6 hours a day every
You
day.
said-
No, no, I
did.
actually hate it.
No,
Your
not
turn.
every day, bro. When I did stream, it was 6
Why are you
hours.
looking at me?
Oh, I just got lost in your eyes. Him streaming. You had a chat with him.
No, no,
Him
with him.
streaming.
It was other
Please,
people. It was other people. It was other
So
people.
why are you
them.
bringing other man's conversations into this conversation?
Because people need to know. But anyway, let me tell you. And this was an opinion by the wider masses, the people
Go
that
ahead.
are outside this room.
Go ahead.
So the whole point is, right, when someone is streaming, you either have to be entertaining, you either have to be skillful at the game, or you have to be somewhat attractive, right?
Wait, I said these points.
Can't lie. I feel like you've ticked off every box.
Me?
Mm.
Yeah, it's hard.
Skillful
being
at
me, I
what?
can't lie to you.
He isn't the highest rank in any game. Listen,
But you have to
this is
be
a
the
conversation
hi-
between
but
me
you
and
have
him.
to be
You
the
just need to
highest
stop
rank,
listening.
Would you
Somewhat,
say?
yeah. Unless you're a
Fairs.
girl.
No, you actually have to be. No,
Really? Yeah.
Honestly.
top
trying to
10%
think,
at
man.
least.
No, honestly, that's just the way it
Top
is.
10%.
Promise you, yeah. Like,
I
at
don't really
least,
watch streamers, so I wouldn't really. know.
honestly, okay, let's talk about games that we actually play, right? League of Legends, Valorant, all the shooting games that you play, right? You have to at least be diamond in those games. Minimum. Right? And that's something that's very common. And the women that play it, yes, they're diamond too. But obviously they
I
have
got
the...
a very good topic. Carry on, but I got a very good topic.
You could have
Hold
said
that
that
thought.
after.
Hold it. Hold
yeah,
it.
yeah,
tight,
hold it.
like
Grab onto
clench
it.
Don't let go.
And keep it to your heart, bro, because you're never saying it again.
But
So,
I'm trying to think top of my head, like, are all these most streamers
Yes.
Yeah.
actually diamond?
yeah, actually,
No, no,
What
they're
about-
not. They're not just diamond.
No, no, they're challengers or
whatever.
masters.
What about
or
very
people
good.
like what's his name?
You're gonna say-
Hasanabi.
Hassan Abi. No, but he has a different type of content. He's just
Ah,
smart.
yeah.
He understands the geopolitical
Okay.
state of the world,
What
right?
about speed?
Speed is just he's
No, he's just speed,
entertaining.
don't
He's
he?
entertaining.
Yeah.
You see, he's entertaining.
I guess that his entertainment factor just
It's
does
like,
it-
for example, that's like
overrides everything
it's like
else.
KSI, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's just entertaining, bro.
Yeah,
he doesn't
fairs.
stream.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you,
yeah,
you,
I'm saying-
you get what I'm trying to say. Now, you have to have one of three. Well, he said it.
Okay,
one
wait,
of three.
you-
Speed is
Would you-
on continuously. That's very
Are
hard.
you saying you just need one of three of those traits?
No, two of those traits
Minimum, and in any
Yeah.
combination,
But as a man, you don't necessarily have to be attractive, though.
it does help.
You have to be good
Yes.
looking to an
But-
extent if that's one of
But
the factors.
your demographic will change if you're attractive.
Yeah.
so
That's
you will
true.
get
You
more
have
women.
Yeah, that's like that Matt
What's
Rife,
his name?
that comedian.
Not even
Exactly.
Matt Rife, what's his name?
Exactly
again?
that, bro.
What's
yeah.
his name?
Exactly.
That
Oh,
guy.
Marlon.
Marlon, bro.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
man, just based off him being good looking, he's gotten so much traction.
That's true. I keep seeing clips of him
Like-
just like.
Sometimes I just
Just
want to look. If
basically
I'm honest with you,
lip-maxing.
I just want to look at him.
I don't like the way he looks. I feel like it's too perfect. It
I get
scares
that.
me.
I get that.
What?
But I still
Oh
look
wait,
at.
is it that light skinned dude?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
And he
He's
does
gone
things
so-
so perfect. No,
It
no.
just scares me.
I
I'm
promise
like, I
you,
don't-
he does everything so perfect. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a clip.
I've
There's a
heard.
clip. There was a basketball game. I think it was Mr. Beast team versus Duke's
Oh,
team or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. You see everyone coming out, and then
Yeah.
everyone's just like running out, like then. He comes out, perfect. Like if like I don't know how to explain it. Like it
What?
was like
Was he
the-
running on clouds or something?
Nah,
That's
it-
mad against Duke Dennis.
it
as
was
well.
the way-
It's like
Yeah.
two aura fathers.
Yeah, yeah.
Just-
No,
No,
genuinely,
Genuinely
it's
just
like,
good at
everyone was just
Yeah.
like walking out and doing whatever they wanted, right? He
Even
comes out
Duke
like,
did on him.
and I'm like, brother, like frame by frame, you catch him in every frame when he was walking, you will get a perfect clip.
It sounds like
Fairs.
you're
Glazing him, yes.
not glazing him. It sounds like it's a bit deeper. I'm not sure.
Are you-
I
Unpack
can mention
it.
it.
Are you calling me a homosexual?
Unpack it.
I'm,
No.
bisexual, yes.
No, I just appreciate men, good-looking men.
Valid.
I can appreciate good-looking men,
Valid.
It's good.
and that actually makes me more heterosexual than you.
No, it doesn't.
If you feel like you cannot appreciate a good-looking man,
No. It's the
that
way you
means-
described him. You said he's perfect in everything he does. I've never seen you describe any man like that.
because no one's
Because there's
perfect
other
like
people
him.
that are perfect, but you've never said that.
Who?
So I'm not gonna mention
Yeah,
it.
you can't.
Because
Big
I'm
O.
not a bisexual.
Trust me, Big O is perfect.
Okay, this is actually a good topic. I feel like
Yo, when Big O comes on this podcast,
that big.
they're gonna see.
He's not even.
You better have a trim.
even
Clothes better be right.
He's
Okay,
not
new
even
skin,
big.
man.
Exactly,
He's
and
not
he
even
better.
big.
He is.
Sorry,
Inch.
How dare you?
I lie.
Also,
Oh.
Big O, like big.
it's like his. Yeah, like it could be in
isn't
every
just-
context.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it could be like his.
Why are you like?
You
my
know who
bad,
I want
My
here?
bad. I didn't understand.
Big S. You know who Big S? is?
I think I do.
Go on.
The Vroom Vroom one.
Yeah.
Fez.
I don't know what you mind talking
Don't
about.
you want vroom vroom?
Big S.
Come on, big ass,
You
man.
guys are talking about random people.
I
don't-
need to
I don't
relax,
give them
please.
a-
This is a conversation between me and him.
But the thing is,
Yo, Big
I'm
S is sick.
passionate about our friends.
Let's talk about one thing,
Big,
right?
Oh,
How about big
Let's-
S?
Big S. Vroom vroom. Carry on. Sorry.
Okay. I feel like a lot of things are inflated nowadays. So when it comes down to being good at anything online, you have to be the best or there's nothing.
true.
Right?
But
So
that's-
let's say
Same with
fitness.
YouTube. Like that's why
Yeah,
I think on Chunk's
fitness,
podcast
gaming,
recently,
whatever it might
they
be,
were like,
you need to be
you
the
need
best.
mad production now.
Yeah, 100%.
YouTube ain't it ain't about the you anymore.
No.
It's about the tube. Think about that. Sleep on net. A broken clock is right twice a day. Carry on. Sorry.
Great slogan.
Anyhow,
I walk you talk. Sorry.
That could be a podcast.
A
Talk
broken,
about after.
yeah. But yeah, a lot of the time, even fitness industry, you have to be like top 2% of like, nah. For example,
Steroids.
not even steroids. I
Steroids.
think weightlifting has become such a like, 100k. If you can bench 100 kg, it's nothing.
It is nothing.
But you got 16-year-old
Hey, yo.
people in America
It is
benching
nothing.
320,
Sorry.
325
I can't lie,
kg,
yeah.
and it's just normal.
100 kg was like it's such a mad thing to get to, but then now because most people don't even weigh. Actually, I guess people do. But that's the average man. Yeah, he probably weighs about 80 kg odd.
Yeah, no,
So
no,
if you
no,
can
no,
bench-
no one weighs
Bro.
past 200 pounds.
Yeah,
You're
so I'm
right,
like, yeah. So I'm like, if you being able to
78.
bench just your body weight, yeah, it's very impressive. But
That's
then
double your body
but
weight,
then
but
somehow
already- no,
100 kg
sorry.
became the standard. 220.
It's not even a
225.
standard. That's not
Yeah.
standard. That's like training wheels.
Yeah.
Like your training wheels are off when you do 100 kg.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is. Like
I know
there's-
some man, yeah, that have been training for years and are still not 225.
There's outliers. Don't get me wrong.
For clarity,
right?
we all can bench 100 kg though.
Except
So
for-
I'm not even complaining about
except for-
the fact there has to be 100
Except for this
kg.
guy. This guy can't.
I've benched 200 kg.
All right, so
200 kg.
guys, so
Holy crap, that's a lie.
guys, so next well, not even podcast. We're gonna do an IRL video.
Put on a green screen.
Yeah, and then we're gonna see if he actually can
On like a-
bench 200 kg.
It's just a clip. You could literally put. I could literally put it up here if I wanted to.
Okay, cool. We're gonna put it.
That's so silly.
We're gonna put it on his face.
Yeah, it could be on his face. Sorry, there.
All right. Yep,
Yeah,
he failed
that's-
it. There we
that's
go.
I did not fail
But
it.
is
No,
there
I promise
even-
you, I didn't
Is there
fail
even a
it.
video attempt for 100 kg from him?
There is, and I
There
got
is, but I helped him.
Fairs.
I didn't want to see. I have to tell the world now. Yeah. So so
But yeah,
we're
when
gonna
the
listen.
100
We're gonna
kg
get you to do it
becomes
again.
standard, man.
We're gonna get you to do it again.
Yeah.
And if you can't do it, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. You'll be a laughing stock.
Okay, that is fine and all, but the main thing is that
Inflation.
inflation.
I like
right?
inflation.
You got 16-year-old, 18-year-olds doing steroids and benching way above their body weight, and that's
course,
what the
yeah.
Look
standard
at
is.
social media though, man.
What is
Yeah,
it?
and I mean,
Say that again.
Social media.
Social what?
Social media.
Thank you.
I mean, I hate social media with a passion.
Why,
I mean,
what is this going on?
Huh?
What is this going on?
It
This
doesn't
isn't social
necessarily
media.
have to go on social media though, because we can just.
I just like to
turn
watch
it-
myself.
We can turn it into like a VHS step and just send it to all our friends.
So, what
we
did you
can
say
do that.
before you even started this? This isn't going to see the light of
This
day.
will not be publicized.
No, Patreon, bro.
I'm okay with that.
Paywall.
Yeah, down the paper on his Patreon.
How much?
You don't get, huh? I'm honest with you,
33p.
give me £2. £2.
What?
You're jumping the gun now.
Yeah,
Don't
bro.
ask for money. You're moving like.
He literally said how much? What do you want from me?
Did I say that?
He did.
Run it back.
Listen.
Run it back.
You listen.
I said, listen, this is going to be a charity. Whatever you can give, you can give. That's what I said. That's
I
what
didn't know I
said.
was doing this for charity, by the way. Personally.
You're doing this for free right now.
You're
I am
doing this.
doing free.
There's no
exercise
money.
your free will.
I'm
and That's
generally
very
just-
important.
This-
Sometimes
this
you just
could
gotta
be a
do
waste
things
of
for the
time.
sake of doing things.
Yeah,
I
I am,
agree.
and I just
Because
did
if
this.
you don't get to exercise different parts of your.
You know, I
brain.
wonder, yeah, how good these mics are. Are these short mics?
Yeah, they are.
There we go. I think she said it. Yeah, see that? I know my mics.
Yeah, but I think
One of our friends has this mic, and he only uses Discord.
Big why?
that's crazy. You pay 200 and something pounds just to sit at home and talk to your
Quality
friends.
of life, though.
Oh wait,
And
no,
again-
he's speaking to his e-kins. My bad.
Yeah, no, but that
Yeah, the
goes
garden.
back to how passionate we are about our friends.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Or very
Why
passionate.
does that
about
go
our
back?
friends.
No, I get that.
Because
Please.
he wants us to hear the best of his voice, the best quality.
He
Like,
sounded, I'm telling you, you don't need that
when I
to sound
when
good.
I listen, when I speak to him on Discord, I feel like he's right there.
I don't. You know why?
I think you got him in low volume.
Yeah, he's a bit loud. It's a bit loud, you're right.
Nah,
Could be.
okay.
Also, he'll be having that router frying icon.
Okay.
There's no lag or buffering or delays on his moans.
Yeah, but his...
Not that I know if he's had E.
listen, that's
But he
basically...
strikes me as a man that would have had E.
Okay, that's his internet, though.
I feel like we just need to move topics at this point. Okay, look,
No,
I have
no
a bunch
big-
of questions.
No, why?
Wait,
Wait,
let me
why?
do. We can do a would you rather.
Okay.
Oh, I like
I
that.
got a would
I
you
like
rather.
would you rather. Do you like
No,
would you
actually,
rather? I
it's
like would
more
you
of
rather.
just like a
I
question
really
time,
like would
right?
you rather.
Let me ask you a good question, okay? What advice would you give
Oh, man.
your 8-year-old self right now?
Right? I would cave in his head, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you prick, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you caring about advice? How do you even? What's going? Why do you want? If
He doesn't. He doesn't want
Sorry, hold on,
advice.
hold on.
Why are you so pissed off at your 8-year-old self? Though he doesn't want advice.
Oh, he doesn't
You're
want
giving
advice.
him that
I'm giving
8-year-old. Yeah,
advice.
yeah. Like if you could, like, look. There.
By the way, 20 years later, yeah.
He
Yeah.
has
You're-
randomly. Yeah, yeah.
if he
no,
comes
no.
up to me and he says to me, yeah,
Yeah.
oh, 20 years ago, yeah, you gave me advice, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be like, you're a prick. Because why? That's so soppy, man.
It's not because let's say he's randomly teleported right in front of you. He's
Okay.
here and he's like, wait, where am I? He's like, let me give you advice. You just say some word of encouragement or advice or whatever you want to give him. What were you doing at 8? First and foremost,
What year is that?
I don't know.
Like, what year? What age group are you in? I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
5. I
Yeah,
think?
no, yeah, 3, I think.
Yeah, you're free.
Yeah, 3,
What
Brother, why
advice
am I-
would he even
why am I
listen to?
advising an 8-year-old man?
But you was year 3. You know, in primary,
Yes,
what was your
year
best
three,
year?
yes,
What was
year
your best
three.
year in
Yeah.
primary?
Yeah, free.
Really? Year 4 for
Yes,
me.
I feel like that
I
guy
can't
gave
like,
me
no,
advice,
I
man.
have the same one.
Year 4 for me.
Teacher Fatima, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fatima. That was her name.
she's pretty
Good
cool.
woman, man. Good woman.
Yeah, I was a star student, man. I used to get like stars every week.
That's sick.
Yeah,
I should rate you
there was
for
like Kinder Buenos every week as a
I
prize.
I
yeah.
don't.
And there was a girl, yeah. Unfortunately for her, I'm not sure if she still has it. I think she had anemia.
Oh yeah.
Anemic. She
I
felt
didn't know you
it.
could get that.
No,
as a
no,
child.
no. She didn't have anemic.
What was it?
You absolute.
Relax yourself. Carry on.
Do you know what anemia is though?
Yeah. I don't know why you called it anemic. In the morning, by the way.
What are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about?
Wait, so I don't know what anemic is
You
either.
know what
Oh, it's
anemia
blood. It's the blood. It's the blood. It's low blood, right? No? What's anemic then?
To be honest, I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
shut your mouth.
I know.
You know how crazy
I know
it is?
what it
No,
looks
no.
like though.
Do you see where this started? I said something. Then you
Yeah.
said that don't make sense.
Yeah.
Then he was about to say something.
Yeah.
He didn't know himself.
Yeah.
Then he went back to you, asked you what it was. You
The
didn't
thing
know.
is,
So
yeah,
it's back to me. Now
we
let me
share the
speak.
same brain cell, so when he doesn't know, I know that he doesn't know because I don't know myself.
Okay, cool. There is no way you share the brain cell.
Yeah, anemic is blood, by
Same
the
brain
way.
cell.
Okay,
When
I
your
believe
blood,
you.
your blood flow is not.
I believe
Anemia.
you.
Anyway, so
That's like
it
when you
was. What was it
just
then?
pass out.
Also,
no?
she had diabetes.
There's no way.
She had
diabetic.
low blood sugar.
Yeah, she was
Oh, that
diabetic.
is diabetic.
She was diabetic.
Yeah.
I don't think she was diabetic.
She was type 2 diabetes
She had
at,
something
at
else.
the
No,
age
no,
of
no.
8, bro.
She never had a.
That's mad,
She was
bro.
a. She never did that.
Brother,
But
but
why
she,
would she be doing it in class?
What? She never did, bro. The whole day, you're not doing it once.
I don't know. I
I
don't,
don't
know
even
how
think you
diabetes
can
work.
just have straight insulin, bro, in your back pocket. No, I think you have to.
I mean, they probably bring it to school.
She
They give
had
it to
some
the
type
teacher.
of diabetes, right?
She didn't have
And then-
diabetes. It was something else.
She had diabetes.
I'm telling you, it was something else.
Maybe
Anyway,
allergy.
yeah.
EpiPen.
No,
Yeah,
no,
she was
no,
allergic
no,
to
First
air.
and foremost, no. Let me put it into
Look, can I
perspective.
find out her law first, man?
Let me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
I'm
we
giving
go.
you her
Why-
law.
why-
But why are
we
you
had a-
giving her
why
law
are we
when I'm the one who's
diagnosing
supposed to
her?
give
We
her?
had a box of Lucozade
I
under
don't
the
even
table.
know what her symptoms
Tell
are.
me- tell me
relax,
how-
relax.
diagnose her
Let me tell you what
correctly.
happened. Let me tell you
Tell me
what
what that
happened.
would
So
be
once
if you
she-
have a box of Lucozade. We had a box of Lucozade in the
All
corner.
right, all right. There we go.
We had bananas because of low
Okay,
blood sugar
can I
level.
tell you them why?
No,
Can I tell him why?
because you're lying.
There is no
Lying
doubt.
about what?
Lying about her having anemia when she did
You don't
it.
even know what it is.
Your Honor, relevance. Why does it matter?
Exactly.
Carry on.
Thank you for having my back.
Appreciate it,
Like,
man.
big A.
No,
Oh, sorry.
Big A.
Big time.
Big time.
Thank you,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
No,
the name.
they know me as Big Time, so you can't just
Yeah,
change
man.
it. You know that's. Anyway,
We can edit it out.
So-
we
no.
can cut it.
I
Unedited.
promise you at this point I'm cutting
I
everything out.
talk, you walk.
TBD.
I like that. So, one day, yeah, she just falls to the ground. I thought she dead.
There's nothing remotely funny about that. Carry on.
Anyway, I thought she was dead. I'm telling Mandem, yo, she dead.
Was it like a break time?
No,
Nah.
this was in the
During
middle of
class.
class.
Yes.
Are you telling the story? Who did he ask the question
Were you
to?
even there?
I was in
You
the same
don't.
class.
You don't exist in my class,
You
please.
told me that you bunked a lot of days in primary school.
Yeah, I did, but not yet.
Oh, it was actually so bad. You know what?
That was year 4.
Man,
Yeah,
you weren't even there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
the
bunk year
only
four.
day he got the highest in a test, yeah, he wasn't there.
It was a science exam.
No way.
Yeah,
And you
they
were
were
there to
like,
collect
they were
it?
legit like, hey, the person that got the highest on this test isn't here, and I'm like, who is it? Obviously, I don't,
You
brother.
should have just collected it for him, man.
I didn't even think it was him, even though I knew he wasn't there. He was probably the only person that wasn't there that day. I didn't even
Smart-
think.
smart
I was like,
man
who
about
isn't
that
here
day.
that today? And then yeah, he got the highest. But
I
anyway,
couldn't even accept my own award. Do you know how
That's your
poetic
fault,
that
though.
is? That's very poetic.
That's
That
not
is-
very
that
poetic.
is
There's
That is
nothing
very
poetic
poetic.
about it.
There is.
Tell me.
You can make it poetic.
sometimes
I once
it'll-
stabbed myself with a compass, yeah, and then I had to sit in front of the class, and that's why I was just bleeding.
What happened to the girl, man?
Sorry, back to that. Yeah, she fell to the ground. I thought she was dead. I started saying that. People started like, spying out some nonsense, saying, "Oh, Ahmed saying, oh, she's dead. Why is he making fun out of her?" I didn't do that. I just
To be
asked
fair,
the
you're
question.
8, you're what, you're 9.
Exactly.
I
As
feel
a-
like it's-
as-
I think it's a fair assumption
Yo,
to
if
make, like-
someone
By
fell
the
to
way,
the
he
ground,
just called himself
and
by
she's
his
twitching.
own name.
No, he didn't.
He did.
I'm
It's
big.
Tam.
I'm big Tam.
He literally
No,
called
why is
himself
Tam?
Ahmed.
Why is what kind?
Ahmed? He said.
Yeah.
He said
Ayo,
Ahmed.
beep,
Beep.
He said Ahmed.
beep,
Ahmed.
beep,
Ahmed.
beep,
Ahmed.
Tam. Thank you. Yeah, I thought she was dead. Anyway, she wasn't. She was low blood sugar. We gave her a banana. She was good.
How she passed out? How she had to banana?
We had to like force feed her.
Now I'm thinking, what does that do with your food?
That was just one of the most.
something
This,
Yeah.
This was the question of what would you say to your 8-year-old self?
Yeah, Sammy doesn't like his 8-year-old. So
Okay.
back to
I
me.
think it's-
So
Why am I giving my
Let's change it then. You're in year 6, whatever age that was.
yeah,
What would you say to your when you were doing SAT, just after SATs, when you had to go into college? No, not college. Sorry, secondary. Yeah.
I say keep watching One Piece, buddy. You're onto something right now.
So I flare.
sorry, some technical difficulties.
Solar flare, mic 1, 2, 3. I know it's
So talk about how you hate your
no
8-year-old self.
SATs, SATs,
Yeah.
Oh,
year 6 going into year 7. Keep watching One Piece. You're onto something here, buddy.
So when you
Or
started
call me
watching One
buddy,
Piece.
that'd be a bit weird. Yes, in the summer of year 6. I remember it like it was yesterday.
No. Forget the summer of year 6 because at that
That's
point
what you said. Though you said
no-
going into year 7, going into secondary school.
Oh wait, you're right actually. Okay, no, let's say that whole year because that year I feel like you kind of like you're now at the top of all the grades. You're at
Yeah,
the top of the world.
I hear that.
And now you're about to leave and stuff like that. So you felt kind of power when you first started. So
I hear that.
what would you tell that year 6? Like, okay, you're in year 6 now. You're a big man now. You're top of your game. You're at the top of the school. What kind of advice would you give? And were you even a disruptive kid to begin with?
I would never give him advice though,
Why?
because I'm like, live your life, like learn your own lessons, like live it yourself, find out for yourself, figure out yourself, become who you think you may become. I'm not gonna give him advice to interrupt that unless he specifically does something in front of me where I'm like, yo, that was a bit weird. Do this.
is that because you're very successful at the
No,
moment?
but I believe in freedom and living to an honest expression of yourself.
Yeah, but I think it's because you're successful now. So everything that you've done in your life.
Year 6 though, like, come on.
So everything that you've done in your life right now,
what
right?
advice
Till
would you
this.
give to a 10-year-old?
All right.
Okay,
The question
ask
hasn't
him-
been.
ask him the
Yeah, the question hasn't been
Pass
asked to
on.
me.
Pass
What
on.
would
Yeah.
you ask your yes? You know the question, but just answer it.
Can you please ask it?
Nope.
Come on.
You asked him. Big
You're
time
the-
needs
What
it,
would
bro.
you say
The
to
formal
yours
guy,
year
man.
6?
Sorry, say that again?
You in year 6.
To-
What would
to a
you
year
say?
6?
Yes.
I wouldn't say anything to him. That's a bit weird.
You.
He's underage.
You. As
What
a
would
year
I say to a year 6?
6, yes.
To a year 6?
In year 6.
To a year 6?
Yes, you're you in year 6.
Me in year 6? What would I say to me in year 6? Why do I talk about to myself? I'm gonna.
It's a hypothetical question, man. Don't violate the question.
Because we could
Don't
sit here
violate
and
the
you could
question.
just not answer it.
All right. So basically,
Just
what I would
answer.
ask. Okay, cool.
You're gonna ask him questions.
I'm gonna ask him.
That's actually mad. That's mature one.
What?
Because how is he thinking so ahead?
I'm gonna be like,
He's
first of
gonna
all,
pack
because
a shower.
listen, I don't know, I don't remember what I was thinking at that point, so I need to understand where he's at, so I can give him the right advice. But as you said, to be
don't
honest,
think he
yeah,
knows where
I
he's
would
at.
not. 1 second, I'm speaking. I actually won't change anything. I'll let him live because all the mistakes and all the thoughts that he had allowed him to be the man he is today, right? And I don't think I did anything wrong at that point. And like, even when we transitioned from SATs, actually, there's one thing. Learn how to revise, you dumb.
But you know what?
retard.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I feel like any advice you give them, especially something like that, you won't take it seriously because our parents or our teachers are telling us anyways, revise. So
No. I'll
why
teach
is
him.
he more
No.
inclined to listen
I'll
to
teach him
me?
how to. I'll tell him how to
No,
because
you can't.
he didn't.
No, you're giving one advice. You're not mentoring this child.
Am I ruining
He's
the
not going
timeline?
under
Am I
your
ruining the
tutelage.
time? Yeah, actually, that's a good question because obviously we understand this, the timeline paradox and all that stuff,
But
right?
you have to give one advice.
And
the thing is,
multiverse.
that's like, unless you get into generic, like, oh, invest in Apple, invest in Bitcoin. But then again, he won't listen. He won't be like,
He won't have the money to do it.
he can ask your dad.
I mean, eventually.
My dad doesn't
you
have the
can.
money to do it.
Eventually, you can.
He was paying a lot for
Yeah.
Even if
school.
it's not then, you
But I
could
feel
do
like
it in the next
it has to
couple
be
of
something
years.
so simple.
Yeah,
But
that's
even
why
then-
revision, bro.
Nah,
At
but I
that
feel like he's
point,
being told that already.
No, like, but can't I just say one advice? Like, but then explain
You
it to
can.
him though. It's not like I don't have one word to say.
That's
I can
true.
actually I can speak to him.
Yeah.
But it will be one thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'll tell him how to do it.
Go
I'll
on.
speak to him properly.
Go on.
Am I imagining him
Yeah.
in front of me?
Yep.
You're ugly, bro. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
brother, we were ugly kids. You know why, by the way? Like, my dad used to do a number one. Like, genuinely. Like, wait. No,
Do a
no.
number one?
Sorry,
Used to
sorry,
piss.
sorry.
Used to piss?
Sorry, wait. Let me put into. Can I speak?
Did he piss in
Can
your
I speak?
mouth?
Can I speak? No questions, by the way. I don't want you to ask a single question. You say you live the same life. You put your hand.
I
down as
don't.
well.
I'm big time.
Okay.
Big
I
time.
don't care. So
I don't know you.
basically, we used to get haircuts, and my dad used to do our haircuts. Did your dad used to cut your hair?
No.
Okay. Well,
My
our
mother
dad,
did for a bit.
our dad used to. That makes sense. Our dad used to cut our hair, and what he
Right.
used to do is put us in a black bag. Yeah,
It's
no,
the same.
in a trash black bag. Yeah, naked under it. Did you have
They
clothes?
can't
on?
afford
You had the clothes.
the proper.
We were
I
naked
don't
under
know
it for
what.
some
Like,
reason.
there's like it was a whole setup though. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we would be on a stool in front of the toilet, and he would just be like, "Yep, God one."
I'd argue a child can't be ugly. A
Oh.
baby can be ugly, but not a child.
That makes no sense.
Brother.
Because like,
I've seen some ugly children. No. Just walk past a primary school.
Why would?
why you
would
Walk
you
past it. Did I say go inside it? The hell? Why you?
Because what time are you walking past at 3:15? Because that's a bit suspicious.
Walk past when there's children walking outside, so you can.
That's, that's 3:15.
That's 15.
That's 3:15.
That's fine. I don't see that as a problem, unless you have ill intentions. Do you get
Again.
aroused by children?
No.
Thank you for clarifying. Because yo,
Because how did he go to like big time, bro? Clued on. Say wallahi. Sorry. It's not a flex.
It's not even time. Okay, but look.
Okay, so what advice?
Anytime
would he,
there's a
what
pause.
advice would he? Because clearly he's
Yeah.
got advice he wants to give
oh
to
yeah,
his guy.
you asked the question. Go on.
I just
Yeah.
asked the question because I just wanted to ask a question.
Hey, I'm gonna check my
Okay,
phone.
What
quick,
advice
if
would
you
I
don't
give
mind.
to my guy?
What's- yeah.
I would literally say, look, okay.
He's not listening to it, but go on.
So I'm just checking my phone.
To be honest, if you ever check your phone again,
No man, chill man.
No.
you're fired.
Why can't I-
You're fired.
That's a
but
fair
pretty
point.
much, like him as a child, I'll just be like, bro. Okay, this is kind of sad, but I was waiting.
Oh
I was
my
waiting to
gosh.
be. I was waiting to be smart. Okay, because everyone was around me was.
Oh,
Getting,
are
like,
you
hella
smart
good
now?
Grades. No, I wouldn't say so.
Define
But-
smart.
So are you still awake?
Because you can't
I'm
ask,
still waiting, I'm still
you
waiting.
can't ask a fish to climb a tree. Say Albert Einstein.
That's big S, brother. You didn't even finish the whole quote. By the way, you
was
said you
it.
didn't tell a fish to climb a tree.
Yeah.
Let him land,
What's
bro.
more to it?
You gotta relax.
There's more to that quote. What's more to the quote?
Never mind. That's
I'm a big fan of Mark Twain though.
How about Mark Zuckerberg?
I don't like him.
Okay,
I like him now.
so me as a child, I was waiting to be smart. By the way, because all these kids around me were getting hella smart, and they were getting
How
hella
smart?
passing. I wasn't doing that.
I don't think that's smart.
That was hella smart. To
That
me.
is kind of smart.
No, because look,
Passing is
look,
smart.
look, at the end of the day,
But you
see-
were just a genius, yeah?
look.
I was just passing. I was
Albert Einstein looking
I
like.
was the average student.
I saw these
Till
kids
I watched
getting.
One Piece and I awakened my brain.
I saw these.
Oh,
kids,
wait, you were a dumb
One
kid in
Piece did
primary
that
school,
for me.
I
innit?
wasn't dumb.
Look,
No, but here's what
I
you
saw
said.
these kids. I saw these kids all getting smart, right? Getting 10s out of
The
10s
fact
in
that
their
you could
spelling.
see as a child is so mad to me.
I
as well.
was like, I was
'Cause-
actually checking them. I was like,
This is
okay,
the topic,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
person can do.
See.
That person can do subtraction. I can't do subtraction yet. I can do the pluses. What would you call it? Addition? Yeah, addition. Sorry, my bad. You know,
But,
maybe.
yo,
I'm
I
waiting, I'm
have
still
a
waiting.
counterpoint to that, yeah?
What counterpoint? I didn't even make a point.
You did make a point.
What point was it?
That there you saw kids and they were able to do certain
Let me
things.
finish before-
And he's saying,
Hold your
I
point.
can't believe how
Hold it, hold it.
cool
Hold
you
it,
were.
hold it. Clench it.
hold it,
Clench it.
hold it.
I don't know how
Clench
to clench.
But pretty much, I was seeing all of them get smart, and I was like, okay, calm. I'm gonna wait to get smart, and it's
To be
gonna
fair,
happen to
as
me
a
soon.
child, I can't like. That's fair.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, okay, calm. All of them can spell and do addition. I'm waiting to be. I want to do addition as well.
Can I say my point?
Because when it came down to addition,
Oh, okay,
no.
calm.
Because when it
You're
came
talking
down
about additions.
to division, actually, that's when
He
I
used to divide by
realized-
2 by everything, you know?
What's stop method, man?
No matter what. He divide. There was no division. He would divide by
The
2.
problem, but I guess it just
There was
comes
no
down
2.
to
He would divide by
how
2.
everyone thinks. Because I never thought, oh, I'm gonna wait for to get smart. Because why did you think that?
The
'Cause I
thing-
just thought it's because I'm just not learning it. I don't know.
No. The way I thought about it was okay. There's right now I am not smart, right? Or I am not getting good grades in that capacity, right? I know there's nothing wrong with me. Like I was generally like, okay, calm. I'm just gonna wait for whatever happened to them. I don't know. They got
mad
revelation.
developed
They got
for a
revelation or
child,
something,
yeah.
and put down their forehead, and you're gonna get smart. It was like puberty, but for education. That's what I thought.
I kind of get it because similar to that, yeah, I thought that everyone on their birthday gets taller. It's on your
That
birthday.
makes sense. That does
So
make
in my
sense.
head, I was like, oh, everyone's gonna be the same height.
Yeah.
I don't know when I
And you
realized.
stopped at 5'4", yeah. Yeah, that's... When did you stop growing? You're what?
College.
11?
College.
I don't know at what point I realized everyone has different heights. I was like, wait a minute.
But,
This theory of
yo,
like
no,
this theory
that's
of like,
crazy.
So,
So
similar to that. So I think it's
Was
it's
it
a
was
security
it
thing.
was it based on gender, by the way? Because when you saw your mum and dad, yeah, they're not the same height.
I guess I didn't really like perceive. I didn't perceive it like that. I just assumed.
You just assume
I
a
don't know
human.
why I assumed, but I'm a child in it.
I mean, I can't lie. I don't fault you for that. It makes sense.
Yeah. So similar
Well,
to that thing.
no, it only makes sense till a certain age.
Yeah. That's it. I
Till
don't know
like
at
you're
what point I
7 or 8.
realized.
Like after that, if you still don't understand that not everyone grows. the
Yeah,
same
but I think
pace,
it became more. I didn't consciously agree. I don't know at what point I realized it's not that.
Yeah.
I just consciously like, oh yeah, that's how it is. But I didn't consciously accept it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
My point on him, yeah. I think, yes, you can be conscious of that. Like, you can actually be conscious of the fact that, yeah, why are other people not getting smart or whatever the case, right? You can flip it and say, how can you be so dumb that you think is a switch that turns on in your head?
No, but he's a child though.
Still,
I'm genuinely... I'm a
No, no,
child!
I'm
But
playing devil's
personally,
advocate here.
I would think, oh, I need more like tutoring, for example, because I had a tutor. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm just not.
Brother, I only... Look, when it came to
Also,
tutors...
you said you barely went to school.
No, okay.
So maybe if you went to
wait,
school-
that was in like 1 year that I did bad.
Oh, okay.
But like when in my early years, I didn't have the choice whether to go or not. Plus,
Yeah.
like at one point is when I realized I could just fake it every single time. That was where it was, innit? And that's when I got a little bit older. But when I'm telling you, I was in class thinking, okay, everyone's smart. Also, when it came down to tutors and stuff like that, when they come to us, I'm like, okay, they're just here.
Fairs.
They're just,
I
okay,
hear
calm.
that, I
I'm
agree.
having an extra lesson. I never thought of it like
Yeah.
I need to get more smart. I
Okay.
thought that I would just get smart.
Yeah.
If the teacher, why hasn't the teacher taught me? That's what I thought to myself. Why hasn't the teacher got me
That's
smart
also
yet?
part of it, to be fair, because the teacher should
Yeah,
identify.
and I was
which
not getting
students
smart.
Need more like
that never,
extra
yeah, but
time.
that wasn't the case for me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no one. Okay, for me, maybe people explained it, but I didn't understand it. But people
Yeah.
thought I understood it. But
But do you think it's a case of you needed more time to understand it?
100%, because I only understood how to like.
But it's just repetition as
do
well,
things.
though. Like, for example, like with the tutor that I had, he was so repetitive. Like, it'd be like a whole A4 sheet of just division.
I did that. Yeah.
division. Eventually,
and we
just do
had that.
kinda-
We had that. Don't get me wrong. We did have
Yeah.
that, but I just didn't do it.
Fairs.
I got lazy.
Yeah.
But you know what it was, right? No one. Okay. Obviously, I'm a child, right? I'm not gonna blame myself for
That's
lot
such a
of things.
mad
That's the
developed
issue.
thought that you'd have as a child, though.
Yeah.
Like, you're thinking deep as a
I
child.
had to because what? Why am I not smart yet?
Yeah.
That was
But
that
again,
was my
I
main
think that's
thing.
just an insecurity thing then.
Yeah, could be.
Well, nice. Next topic.
Your 8-year-old, you didn't even.
Now.
But his 8-year-old self. man.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up in about 10 minutes, by the way.
No, quickly,
Wait,
man.
10
The next question.
I mean,
man.
no, because
question,
I don't
man.
want this to go too
I
large.
want
you
the
can
next
just, like,
question.
How much am I cutting off? Everything. Yeah, cut. Okay. We're gonna talk about this is actually a big topic.
You said it's
but-
a would you rather, but then you asked me what's my
yeah,
advice
yeah,
to my
yeah,
8-year-old self. That's not a would you rather
I
question.
said a would you rather, then I said no, it's just questions actually.
Yes.
What is one compliment that's actually stayed with you forever? And we can go through. We just speed run through this, okay?
I don't like this. Can you get another question?
Huh?
Can you give us another
Do
question?
you have people that hate you, and how many do you think people that hate you?
Oh, I have a lot.
How
Can
many
I-
people
can
do
I-
you
can-
think
can-
actually hate you?
can you
Like
start from me?
genuinely,
Can
As
you
a
start from
numerical
me?
value.
not even a numerical
Numerical
value.
value.
Can you start from me?
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
greater than. Let's do a greater than.
It's
Is it greater than
it's
2?
definitely 10.
Fairs.
10 people
Minimum.
hate you.
That's not bad.
And they're mostly women.
Make your assumptions now.
Make all your assumptions. That's what you know. There's a reason why we call him Big Tam.
Big time. Because if they find out he's on this podcast, he will get hunted down.
Yeah. So like he's not on anything. He's actually a liar all day.
How many people do you think hate you? Numerical value. Greater than what?
I don't think a lot of people hate me, but a lot of people are confused because I block a lot of people.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
And I think that's because of the fact that like when I feel like they've overstayed their welcome, I don't talk to them. I just block them and let them know that yeah, that's your way out.
Have you ever thought about like not replying to them?
Blocking is me for me. Is okay. Me as a person, outside our mind works best for me.
Fairs.
So as long as it's outside our mind, like if you guys go on holiday and I'm not invited, right?
Mute
I
chat.
will archive mute for a week. No, 2 weeks actually, because the week after you come back, you guys are gonna still be talking about the holiday, innit?
Yes.
So I can't see you for the 2 weeks. And then after it's kind of settled, and then I can start seeing you, man. Again.
Remember when that happened?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah,
times.
couldn't
It
come
happened
to
a
one
few
of the
times.
holidays. Yeah,
I cried for you
I know
several
you did.
times.
Yeah, you did.
He was so annoying.
Not a lot of people, not even my own twin brother, big times.
But it would be weird.
If I
Wait.
live with you every day, why do I care if you come on holiday and I also see you every single
You
day
miss
that
me,
on
bro.
holiday?
We
I
miss
do
each
not
other.
miss you. I actually enjoyed you not being there. It
But
actually
likewise as though,
annoyed
you
me when
always
I
say
heard
that
him.
you love that when he's not in the room.
Actually, I don't anymore. You know, I take that back. I've realized when he's not around, there's a sense of like something's wrong.
Loneliness, innit?
I can
I
pull
bring
up
purpose
receipts.
to your
Huh?
life.
Yeah, no. I said I said I've changed my thought process as of recent. By the way.
Okay.
Not
Valid,
before.
valid.
Before I used to like thrive
See
in
the
it.
way he's trying to act up in
Yeah.
front of the camera.
Now-
I think
Because
it's
he knows
like-
he's going to get cancelled for that.
It's because like you're almost soon going to leave your home.
Yeah.
So now you're kind of realizing what you're leaving behind. That's quite deep. That's
Poetic,
quite
innit?
I can't wait for him to
Yeah,
leave.
you love the poetic.
So I can
You're
have the
gonna
whole
miss it,
room to
bro.
myself.
Sound like you're gonna miss
No, I
it.
will. I definitely do.
You're sharing with your other brother.
No, I'm not, because there's a room upstairs that they can share. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
So, my point is, and my point stands, I can't wait to have that big room. But I will miss him. I hope he never comes back, though.
I might have to, man.
There will be a place for him on the
In
floor.
this job market, in money is not money anymore. Money is not moneying
I
anymore.
need to live out.
No, you don't speak. Yeah.
I can speak. I have.
He invested
Right.
in Bitcoin when it was £5. No, that's what happened.
No, before it came out. He was a beta tester.
I made it. Sorry. Next question.
My next question. Wait, but you didn't even say how many
I
people
did.
hate you. You didn't answer.
Oh.
How many people do you think that actually hate?
Demographic
like,
as well,
do
because
not like
I gave a demographic.
Yeah, give a demographic, age range, and also
My
skin
age
type.
range is the problem.
The thing is,
I don't
yeah,
think
Give
he
us
knows-
this
I don't
as well in
think
there.
I don't think people hate me more so than they misunderstand me.
Yeah, but a lot of people
Deep.
listen to you.
The
You've
wait,
said
wait.
Sleep on
a
it.
villain,
Yeah. Yeah.
is a hero
Uh-huh.
in our perspective. A broken clock.
You just go back to the
A
same.
broken clock is right twice a day.
No.
Cause
I get it.
that quote then, man,
Do
you have to
feel
bring
like
back the
that-
one.
hey,
You have to bring back the good.
Don't you know about the villain? That's a good.
Yeah, no.
Say
No.
again.
Do you feel like you're a villain in other people's
For
stories?
example, yeah, you're watching a protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're watching the protagonist's point
You're
of view.
speaking too fast.
Sorry, you're watching the protagonist's.
You're speaking too slow.
When you watch a movie,
you went to completely different topic at this point.
like you see the hero's point of view,
Yeah.
but the villain has a point of view as well.
Wow.
And if you watch the villain's point of view, you might actually be rooting for the villain.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry. What do you know about that? Netflix out now. Watch it. 8 episodes.
You know you're
Yeah.
getting paid at least
Oh,
bare
man.
residuals right now.
From what Devil May Cry. It's a good show, man.
That was a good show.
I
But when I saw the bunnies
The
backstory,
but
I was
the
like, I'm on your
demographic-
side.
oh wait, yeah,
You're right.
100%
The
you being the bunny.
demographic.
Also, Pain, he was right. Because how is Naruto being like, hey, yo.
Wait, that wasn't that my anime, and you know.
No, but he's watched it before. It's not his favorite.
You
Though.
said- you sent me the TikTok recently.
Yeah, so tell me about Pain and how you accept his
Because
philosophy.
Naruto was like, oh, you're hurting my boys.
Yeah.
But the Pain was like, yeah, I watched my parents be killed by Hidden Leaf Village. No.
He did. No,
Exactly.
yeah. He
Pain was
said,
right, bro.
I watched both my
Fancy was
parents
right, bro.
die to a hidden leaf ninja.
I mean, same
That's
as
what he said.
Itachi as well.
Exactly.
The way he killed his whole family.
Exactly.
So you're
But
actually
then he
for
actually
Pain,
did that for the
destroying
for
the
greater
whole
good.
of the economy.
A hero's story is just reverse flipped. Next question.
So-
I have no haters. I'm just misunderstood.
This is a great interview, by the way.
Thank you.
Because the way you guys just like bounce off each other, it's amazing.
Synergy.
Can you now
chemistry,
answer the question of your
solar flare.
demographic of the haters that you have?
I think there's a lot of men in that demographic.
That's good.
Okay. Would you rather relive your best day or fix your worst one?
Fix my worst one.
What would you say is the worst day in your life?
I can't say that on camera.
Private, confidential,
NDAs.
and
You know what it is?
signed
Do
off.
you guys relive moments where you get... I don't
Yeah.
think you get embarrassed, by the way. But me,
I get embarrassed constantly.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Do you relive those
I
moments?
start getting sweat patches and everything.
Okay.
Hey, yo, what were you eating after, by the way?
Don't worry, I've got plans.
Okay. You can get your plans. But for me, I genuinely... When there's moments where like, I've said something that I shouldn't have said, I will relive... Randomly, I'll just sit there. Like, it will hit me. I'm like,
No, I'm the same.
"Ah."
I'm the same.
Like, I'll
I'm
start
the same,
using it as
Pondering,
like, fuel.
thinking thoughts right now. Carry on.
I'll start thinking about it in my workouts. Just
yeah,
push me.
I find that so cringe.
Oh, do you go gym?
Because how can you be
Yeah,
like,
it's
how
all
can you,
about that.
how can you be like, that one time I fell on stage,
No. I don't think about it
that
like
one
that.
time I started my words, the one time I stacked. Come on, man. Like, come on,
I
man.
no, I don't think of it like that. Literally,
Grow
I would
up.
just I'll randomly do a rep,
Yeah.
and then I'll think about. And then
And
I
that powers
wouldn't.
you
No,
up.
I wouldn't.
Wait,
actively
what, in the
think about
gym,
it.
though?
I wouldn't actively think about it. It would just randomly become like,
But in the gym?
Ew, man! Like, I'd be like,
Get away from me!
Yeah, literally. It would be like,
No, but how long are
I'll
you
be
in the
like,
gym? Why are you only thinking about this in the gym?
No, it would be sometimes. I didn't say it's all the time.
It is all
It's
the
not
time.
a daily
But to be
occurrence,
fair,
bro.
I
It's a
think
random.
fine,
It's
because
random.
you know how some people have the power of fire, water,
Yeah,
earth.
yeah.
That's your power, and who am I to judge what your power is?
Thank
What
you, I
the hell
appreciate
did you
it.
just
It's
say?
whatever gets me through the workout.
No, it's your power. It's
You
your
said your power.
Yeah. I'm the avatar.
and he mentioned
I'm
all the
avatar.
elements.
I'm the
No
avatar,
one said
right?
you're the avatar.
Am I not the avatar?
No one
You
said
no,
the
you
avatar.
did. You did
No,
say
I'm saying
air,
that's
fire, water.
like
and
everyone
earth.
has a different power. Like you're not necessarily going to have the same power.
Of what? For what? What is that?
It could be anything, bro. It could be what your devil fruit is. It could be what your
What are you
chakra
talking
style
about right
is.
now? What are you? What,
Like what
promise
fuels him
you.
in the gym.
you could have just said that. Stop
I
calling
can't
it
lie.
power.
What fuels
Sorry.
me is a Rice Krispie.
For me, it's 2 crackers, unsweetened, no sugar.
For me, it's banana.
He's on a cut. That's why.
Like
Or
moth to a flame. Sorry.
or have you seen it? It's oats, chocolate oats with oat milk that is chocolatized, right? With a bit
Yeah.
almond butter and a bit of strawberry jam.
Very mature.
And none, and
Very-
definitely none of that crap that's cheap. Expensive jam.
Whole Foods.
Okay. Anyway, guys, the thing is,
Moral of the story.
Next question, please.
I don't even know what was even the relive.
Oh yeah, we live your best day. But I'd argue just have another best day.
Do you feel like you just
So
have best days every
philosophical.
single day? You know, people are depressed.
God damn.
You know, people just don't have best days. Like their best day was back in 2007,
That's fine. That's whatever your best day is your best day though.
but they
Yeah.
said
Your
If their best
my
day is in 07.
is someone else's best day.
If their best day is in 07, yeah, their best day is coming.
Fairs.
Oh, you should be thinking.
Fairs.
If you're depressed, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
if you're depressed, yeah.
To be fair, if your best day is from 07, you're clearly doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I agree. But
No, okay,
they've been depressed since then.
but guys, you know one thing I actually don't like about people.
What?
Okay, I don't. It's not that I don't like about people.
Can
I
I
was.
check, please?
No, you can't. I didn't even say my point.
No,
you
no,
can
but-
check
no,
after
no.
I say my point.
I give you
He
permission.
Hold
actually
it.
did say-
Hold it. Hold it.
I give you
Hold
permission.
it. Hold it. Are you holding?
Can I
Let
check
go,
it?
let go,
Yeah,
let
thank
go,
you.
let go,
Hold
let go,
it. Nah,
let go,
nah.
let
He's
go.
never addressed those guys before.
Okay. Basically, I don't like the fact that people always look at like, oh my god, like every single time you talk to people that like you spoke to back in the day or something, or like in your secondary school or college.
I speak
Oh
to
my
them
god,
already. Only see shadows
I
of them.
love the time.
Shadows in my room.
I love the times that I when I was young and I had no problems
Oh,
and all
yeah.
this stuff. I disagree
I
with that.
hate that.
I hate that so much.
I hate nostalgia so much.
Not necessarily. I like nostalgia.
I like nostalgia.
Yeah,
so.
but like not in that
it's
context.
actually,
is what
it's
I'm
actually
saying.
the first big word I learned. Nostalgia. I remember it dropping in an English essay. I was like,
You
"Ooh."
know what was my big word?
I guess where I learned it from.
House.
One Piece, academics up. Sorry, carry on.
Did you hear what he said?
No, I didn't
My
know.
big word was
His
house.
first big word was house. What was he?
House.
No. What words was he using?
Brother.
I want to look at him.
No, wait, it was spelling. When I learned that word, I was gassed. H-O-U-E. Wait, what? H-O-U-E. What? H-O-U-S-E.
I guess he still doesn't know.
H-O-U-S-E. Anyway, so I kept saying that, and I was like, bow, 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 bow. But anyway, the thing is, a
What
lot of...
constitutes a big word? Am I right? Constitutes. Carry on.
Is that the other big word you learned today?
That was the second big word.
Oh, man. Wordle. That was a thing.
I don't play that game.
Hated that game.
I
Did
had
not
to-
like
I had
it.
to break it down.
Anything-
Anything. Say bust up division method.
Every single...
It hurt me.
Every...
I never
every
played that,
day.
though.
Every day.
I
No,
did
but it
not
brought
play
people
it.
together. That was the main thing. I didn't like it, though.
Nah, it brought you together.
I
with
did
the
not
people
like
that
it.
You like.
I did not like
But
it.
for me,
I did not
I
play
never
it.
spoke to anyone.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Then you
shadows
only
in
see
my
shadows.
room.
People that are nostalgic about like their younger days, I'm just like, but you had no money, you had no experiences. All you had, bro. You know, I was stressed out when I was young. Like I was so stressed out. GCSEs, exams every other, year. Like that is so stressful. But you can go to work now and just work.
But I feel like
you
work,
just do the same thing.
I feel like people find work more depressing than they find like exam days.
I found exams more stressful than work. 110%.
Yes.
There is no way.
Yeah, your
that
job
you-
isn't stressful.
But then
oh.
maybe because you enjoy.
How about
it,
you?
But maybe because you enjoy.
I
it.
find
Would you go back to doing exams?
no.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't.
I enjoy
But, are
my
you,
job.
but no, you're not saying exam. But you're saying that period of your life.
I'm talking
Like
about.
GCSE
as in-
period was fun, categorically speaking.
not for
but I
me.
wouldn't necessarily go back to
I-
relive it because
yeah.
I enjoy my current life as well.
Yeah. Or do you enjoy it more? Would you say?
100% enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, a lot of people don't enjoy that. You want to go back to being a kid. Like you want to be a child and have no responsibilities. But you did have some kind of
But I feel like
responsibility.
it's
you
more
understand?
hindsight more than anything, though.
What do you mean?
Because you think about your current responsibilities, gotta pay that overhead.
Yeah.
And you're stressed down, and then you, in hindsight, you think about as a child, I had none of that stress. obviously you did have a stress. At the
You
time,
had
though.
some
'Cause, like
I-
GCSE isn't even that deep.
It was
I
deep
mean,
for
we
me.
only understand that. No, but we only understand that now, though.
Oh, now it wasn't. But
Yeah.
at the time, I was stressed out.
Yeah.
Bro, doing like exams every single day, or like, bro,
Yeah.
just
But
doing
again, that was
going
just,
into
like, a month,
class
though.
every single day. Like as much as like I had fun in class, yes.
Yeah.
But it was still like you had to wake up
But
so
you're
early
speaking
to
comparatively
come back.
speaking, though, like to
But
your
that's
current
that's
life.
what you would speak. I mean,
Yeah.
unless because most people are living the same lives we're living, realistically. Maybe not.
to some degree.
I
To some, like the
to
average
some,
person.
yeah, the average person is
Yeah.
living we're all living
Similar
similar
lives,
lives,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be
But-
some contexts
but
that are
But
not.
there may be a lot of like nitty gritty things that
Yeah.
you're underestimating that people.
Okay,
may
for
not
example,
have.
a lot of people might not have good friendship groups.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing
Again,
because I
we're
still
very
feel like
passionate about friends, like
Yeah.
big O,
yeah,
a big S.
I feel like our friendship
You
group
got any
is
others?
like the best thing
No,
ever.
That's it.
Those are the only two you
That's
like.
all we got.
Yeah.
Are we
No,
gonna
I feel like
release
our
the-
friendship
okay.
group is one of the best. Like we're all like very connected in some way.
Are we?
Some people I'm not as connected to, but we're in a bigger group.
Could you mention one name? Please?
I would.
Just-
You bleep this out. It's fine.
Link in the description for
Yeah.
your Twitch streams.
also
On the
known as-
Patreon is
also
not
known
beeped, by
as
the way.
Slicker.
Sly
Sly
cut.
cut,
It's
man.
Slicker.
No man, we didn't even
Slicker.
know. Sly cut with 2 T's.
I appreciate that.
Slicker.
Come on, man, I'm trying to give him a shout out, man. He has
Like
to
a-
get to he has to get
Okay.
to 50 subs.
Because
Anyway, guys, look,
so you can wear.
that was my last question. That was the last topic I would
I
say.
saw bare questions. I can't lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't. I'm not going through every single one of them.
So
Because
why did you choose those?
We have about 20 minutes.
Were
and
all the
I would
questions the
rather,
same as
like,
those?
Wrap this up.
Come.
Wrap this up in it.
Is it gonna take you 20 minutes to wrap up?
Not really. I just.
So are we wrapping up now?
I don't want. I don't
Oh
want to
my
keep this
god,
too
we're
long.
unwinding.
Because the thing is, when I'm editing, I'm not gonna cut from one place to another. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
you
cut
are.
from like no. I'm not gonna cut from one topic and say, "Yep, okay, now we ended." No, I want it to be flowy and then it
Seamless.
goes, yeah, seamless throughout
Okay.
the thingy.
Is it this?
Okay.
I swear this is not seen the light of day.
It will not be publicized. Solar flare
NDAs.
It will
signed.
everywhere,
No, please, man.
everywhere. Find me on TikTok. Find me on Instagram. Find me on Snapchat. No, don't find me on Snapchat.
Brother, you still use Snapchat?
Find me on
I
WhatsApp.
talk,
I'm
you
I'm
walk.
I'm gonna be on the statuses everywhere. On Facebook, not Facebook. I'm not gonna use it. Who actually uses Facebook nowadays?
Anyway, guys,
Mother.
it's been great.
It has
No,
been great.
man.
This is our first
Anyway,
episode. This is
I'm
our
hungry.
first
I'm
episode.
hungry. I need food.
First episode of the podcast of TBD. We're not gonna say walk you talk.
I talk, you walk.
That's not happening.
I mean, this has to go on
TBD,
somewhere, so
decided.
we'll see.
And we don't have a logo or all of that, but we'll get all of those done soon. This was the first episode. I just decided.
Don't
I
talk
woke
about
up one
logos.
day.
Don't talk
Stop
because
because
giving
obviously-
so much context. That's
Yeah.
for the next episode.
Okay, I woke up one day and decided, yeah, I
And
want
he
to do
continues
this.
to give context.
So
He's
this
the
is the
boss,
first
though.
episode.
Big boss,
There's gonna be
big
another
boss.
episode, hopefully. I'm gonna edit this. We'll see how it goes.
There won't.
But yeah, that's gonna be our first episode. I've been Momo. This has been Sammy. That's been Ahmed.
what,
Big
bro?
Tams,
Big
man.
Tam.
That's getting
I'm gonna-
bleeped.
That's gonna bleep it. Big Tams and ooh.
I talk, you walk.
Yeah, that's a cut.